In this edition, MTW workers receive retrenchment checks, Steelpan's making its mark in crop over, and Barbados lose again in basketball. Welcome to Nation News for Thursday, July the 3rd, 2014. Retrenched employees of the Ministry of Transport and Works have turned up at the Pine St. Michael offices of the ministry to collect their severance payments. The workers were among the 3,000 or so public officers who were dismissed between March and April, and many of whom are still waiting for their payments. On Wednesday, the MTW issued a public notice advising that benefits checks were ready. A High Court judge says the expansion of legal aid can help to speed up the court system, whose slow pace has attracted much criticism. Justice Randall Worrell said at least 60% of criminal defendants were unrepresented by lawyers, and their last-minute decisions to seek counsel contributed to court delays. Barbadian parents have been urged to think about how their children's education will be financed even before they are born. The suggestion has come from Gillian Nunez, a senior executive of Royal Fidelity Merchant Bank and Trust. She said that in the Bahamas, people start saving and investing from the minute there's a pregnancy. She was speaking at the launch of the bank's education investment account, which has been offered in the Bahamas and is now extended to Barbados. The popularity of Pan is growing, so much so that the organizers of the Massey Pan Pundisand expect more than the 12,000 that have turned up at Brandon's Beach annually for the last 7 years. It's on July the 13th, that's World Cup final day, so we'll see whether that NCF wish is realized. The foundation's Wayne Webster told a news conference that interest in Pan is increasing. He said this was evidenced by the numbers that attend the various Pan events and increased registrations for workshops organized by the NCF. The latest tent to face the pick of the crop judges is the Super Gladiators. 3 Calypsonians, the Apollo Stalker and the visually impaired Size 2 were the standout performers, and they stand a chance of making the 18 for the semi-finals. Also performing at Wednesday night's show at the Village Gate, Waterford, were Dan Percy, Tripp, Mr. DJ and JL. Friday is Independence Day in the United States, but the local U.S. Embassy held its celebration a few days early in style. Governor General Sir Elliot Belgrave, Lady Belgrave, and hundreds of guests heard American Ambassador Larry Palmer reaffirm his country's commitment to maintaining strong ties with Barbados and the Eastern Caribbean. There was a presentation of colors by a Marine Guard and, of course, the cutting of the large birthday cake. Graduating students of Ellerton Primary School have been told that failure and setbacks are part of life's journey. However, Rector of St. Luke's Church, Reverend John Rogers, assured them that this was not a sign that they were incapable of achieving excellence. It just meant that they aren't there yet. Julian Ford and Nikki Green Walcott were the top students of the ceremony held at the Ellerton Wesleyan Holiness Church. Bailey's Primary in St. Philip is the latest school to be visited by the Governor General. Sir Elliot arrived just after 10:30 to a red carpet welcome. During his short address, he encouraged the students to follow his example and to remain focused on their education. It was Sir Elliot's 5th visit to a primary school this year, after Boscobel, Ignatius Bayer, Belmont and St. Stephen's. Sport now, road tennis, Chesterfield boy booster Dave Arundel and Adrian Danskeet have moved into the final 16 of the Silver Hill road tennis competition. Arundel and Brewster advanced with straight sets victories, while Skeet was taken to 3 sets. With the Big 16 now in place, the fans can book their seats to see the top guns in action, with Julian Michael Jackson White tipped to enter the fray on Sunday, while the 2-time defending champion Mark Venom Griffith will take to the court on Monday. 2 games, 2 losses for Barbados of the Caribbean Men's Basketball Championship. They were beaten narrowly by hosts and tournament favourites, the British Virgin Islands, 81-77, a result that ended the Bajans' title hopes. The BVI were given the fright of their lives after an utterly unbelievable 27-6 run by Barbados. And finally, as you know, this is graduation season and there's something rather predictable about the ceremonies. Well, in Connecticut, high school student Gregory Corning decided to break up the tedium of his graduation ceremony by singing his welcome speech. He sang about his class experiences and their futures to the tune of hit songs including Party in the USA, Wrecking Ball, Blurred Lines, and Story of My Life. Very original. Maybe I should sing the news. I'll probably have to ask Kishmar here. He's the director. That's Nation News for Thursday. You can get your news your time, your way in the Weekend Nation on Friday on our website, nationnews.com, as well as our YouTube channel, Facebook, and Twitter.